It's okay. I got it. The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. A teachers group is asking the Education Department to reconsider its plan to conduct remedial classes after the current school year. Marian Enriquez tells us why.
A teachers group is questioning DepEd's plan on conducting remedial or enrichment classes during the school break. Under DepEd's Department Order Number 25, said makeup classes shall be done after the school year, which will begin on July 24 up until August 12. Teachers Dignity Coalition National Chairman Benjo Basa says that with the extended classes, public school teachers are being deprived of their rights.
Doon sa ginawa ng Department of Education, para nang winalang mahala itong karapatan na ito ng ating public school teachers, kasi yung mga teacher natin ay mag-work pa rin beyond the school year, which is hindi dapat, kasi ang trabaho dapat ng teacher ay within the school year, within the 10-month duration of the school year. So ito, yun yung una. Pangalawa, hindi na naman kami kinonsulta dito ng Department of Education at nagulat na lamang kami na lumalabas na lamang yung mga policy.
Basas also says compensation packages for teachers who will serve beyond the school year are still not certain.
Walang nakalatag na compensation, walang binabanggit na nababayaran yung ating mga guro, and that is well, again, according to our Magna Carta for Public School Teachers, kapag pinagtrabaho ka ng beyond your teaching duties, dapat bayaran ka ng katumbas na compensation.
Remedial classes were done prior to the COVID-19 pandemic. It is just surprising, according to Basas, since this was usually done within the 10-month duration of the current school year. Under the department order, students from grade 1 to 10 who flunked in 2 subjects are obliged to attend enrichment classes, and students grades 1 to 11 who got a grade of 75 to 79. Basas questioned why students with grades of 75 to 79 are now required to attend remedial classes when before the pandemic, only students with grades 74 and below were obliged to attend.
We're still hoping na yung Department of Education ay makikipag-usap, as we have said before, hindi naman kami tumututol dito entirely. Ang sinasabi lang naman namin dito, dapat iklaro ng DepEd yung kanyang kautusan. Kasama dito, dapat palinaw sino yung mga teachers na i-identify para magturo. Pangalawa, ano yung compensation na naghihintay para dito sa mga teachers na mag-work beyond their expected tasks.
The end of school year classes will happen Mondays to Fridays and preferably face-to-face. Parents' consent is still needed to participate in the class, but it can be held in a hybrid setting depending on the alert level of the locality. Classes via broadcast mediums like TV and radio-based instructions can also be used. Basas is hopeful that the DepEd will heed their plea. News 5 has reached key officials of the Department of Education for a comment, but as of now, we are still waiting for their response. For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
The Health Department wants the mandatory wearing of face masks to remain across all areas in the country. This follows the policy of Cebu Governor Gwen Garcia allowing the optional use of face masks outdoors. On One News, the Chief's health spokesperson Maria Rosario Vergeres said the palace has the authority to make local governments comply with the mandatory mask mandate. She also urged all regions in the country to keep this rule due to the risk of COVID transmission across borders.
They are under the direct authority of the Office of the President in terms of this. Also, our law for notifiable diseases, this is the law for our public health emergency, RA 11332. Sinasabi dyan na kapag public health emergency, ang utos po o yung national government can dictate to our implementing units to comply so that we can be able to respond better. There cannot be a republic within a republic. Kasi we know that the virus crosses borders. Once you lift your restrictions in one area, and you know that the virus will cross borders, transmission will continue on.
Meanwhile, the former president of the Philippine College of Physicians says there has been a significant number of people that are experiencing long COVID symptoms, like persistent coughs, even months after they had the infection. Dr. Limpin told One News, the chiefs, that the government should provide the post-COVID care to survivors to ensure that they remain healthy.
So, importante na na-check yung ating mga tao. So, meaning to say, we do tests, then that means that it will require some resources, some budget as far as government is concerned to make sure that these people will remain as healthy as possible, even after they have come out of COVID-19 infection.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Outgoing Justice Secretary Minardo Guevarra says the country's drug war has been successful overall. Speaking at an online forum, Guevarra said people should now feel safer since the government has been successful in prosecuting members of various drug syndicates. Guevarra also maintained that the country's justice system works. This after former Senator Laila de Lima once commented that the Philippines' justice system is broken. Guevarra said de Lima's remarks may only be due to her experience behind bars. The Golden State Warriors are now one win away from their 7th NBA championship crown. Boston threatened to produce a repeat of their stunning Game 1 win in San Francisco during a rampant third-quarter display, but the Warriors emerged victorious at 104-94. That's mainly thanks to the stellar performance of Andrew Wiggins, who chipped in 26 points, 13 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. The series will head back to Boston for Game 6 on Friday, Manila time. Ateneo de Manila University is advancing to the next phase of the UAAP Season 84 Women's Volleyball Step Ladder. This as the Blue Eagles eliminated the UST Golden Tigresses in 3 straight sets yesterday. Faith Nisperos did all for Ateneo with 23 points on 17 attacks, 4 service aces, and 2 blocks, on top of 8 excellent receptions. With this 3rd straight win, the Blue Eagles will face their arch rival De La Salle University armed with a twice-to-beat advantage tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Now here's a quick look at some of today's headlines. President Duterte apologizes for allowing e-sabong to operate for a time despite its negative effects. Major streets in Davao City will be closed off this Friday as authorities prepare for the inauguration of Vice President-elect Sara Duterte on June 19. And K-pop supergroup BTS announces a break to focus on their solo careers. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 2 in the afternoon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.